Pleasant good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. As you guys know, for all those tuning in, we are located in Frederick, Colorado. Today I want to talk about a 2011 Freightliner M2 106. This one is a sport chassis, and this is a really beautiful unit. Only 50, I think it's about 53,000 miles, so super low mileage for its age. Just so you guys know, whenever it comes to units like this, when it gets older, banks kind of not allow, to finance, or they don't want to finance those type of units. So with this particular one, we still have a couple weeks to be able to finance something like this. So if in case you are looking to get into a unit and finance a unit like this, we're just a couple weeks away from not having that finance option, just to put it out there. Also, with a unit with low mileage like this, run through our shop, everything we get, even the new units, we run it through our shop here in Frederick, Colorado, and we make sure everything is in working condition. So right now I got the lights on so you guys can see in this foggy weather. But we're gonna go over that unit. And if in case you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out and we'll definitely answer those questions. So with no further ado, guys, it's a 2011 Freightliner M2 106 sport chassis, and we're gonna go underneath the hood first thing. I'm gonna change it up a little bit today. So what you guys are looking at right now is the Cummins 8.3 liter engine, not to compare with the 8.7 or 8.9, sorry. This one is the Cummins 8.3 liter, and it's also partnered with the Allison 3200 TRV 6-speed automatic transmission. This unit produces 350 horsepower and about 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. So 1,000 foot-pounds of torque and 350 horsepower. Again, typical Cummins engine. One of the cool things about this 106, you do have access to your negative and positive studs here behind that front tire. So the batteries are located behind the back seat, so you do have access to use that as jump in if you need to. You do have your water, fuel filter, water separator over here, power steering fluid, all your access to your chassis fuses. And as we go over, I'll show you some other stuff. Let's go to the other side. A lot of times we tend to forget to mention the other side. So let's take a look over here. You do have your air filters here. You have your window washer wiper fluid, and of course your radiator fluid. This unit is riding on hydraulic brakes. So you do have hydraulic brakes in this particular unit. Again, the front end, Freightliner hood. You have some awesome headlights. You got your tow hooks, your 3-piece bumper. And for all those guys new to Freightliner, the reason why they designed that 3-piece bumper, there are different reasons why. One, if you hit the corner of this will close in and will not affect your tire. I've never mentioned that in my videos. I've seen this being mentioned many times and I always forget to mention it. So if this ever end up in an accident, this will not go directly into your tire and have a blowout. The second reason here, if in case you do damage any piece of this 3-piece bumper, you could just replace that particular bumper or that particular piece. You do not have to replace the whole thing. So that's one of the cool things about this, having this 3-piece bumper on here. It will save you time and money. So as we come around here, we got your sport chassis step. One of the cool things about this particular unit, we got 100 gallons of diesel on this side, and I think we have about 60 gallons on the other side. I'll verify that once we go over there. But because of the hydraulic brakes, you do have enough spacing underneath the chassis to allow bigger tanks. So with the hydraulic brakes on this one, you have 100 gallons on this side, and I'll verify the other side for you once we get there. We do have your engine block heater. And guys, the interior, oh my God, like, it's one of the cool interiors. We have that lighter tan interior, and once we go inside, we'll explain everything here. But on the driver's seat here, you have your air ride seats. This is your lumbar switches here, and your heated seats switch right here. Hydraulic brakes. This is the push to release the brake. This little button right here. And then you got your kick to engage that parking brake. So you got your kick brake here and your release brake here. Your key access, where you could start it from the ground, allow it to warm up. And again, some of those units you can put a remote start on it, so that's something you could look into if you want to warm up your vehicle in those cold days. This pedal right here will adjust your steering wheel, and once we go inside, I'll show you how that operates. Your brake pedal, your gas pedal, and your trailer brake on this one. Your back bench, this does turn into a bed. It does have an adjustable forward and backward feature. So if in case it's all the way back and you're trying to bring down that bench, it will not go all the way down. You will have to bring that bench a little bit forward and then allow it to go flat. Underneath that bench here, we do have an amplifier and a subwoofer here for extra sound. And behind that seat, you do have your fuses for the bed of the truck. So all your trailer fuses will be in that back box here. Sportchassis does an amazing job with their door panels. And again, that was back in 2011. And this is a nice look. And of course, you have some options in that center console that we'll talk about once we get inside. But you do have a 12 volt and access to plug in auxiliary, like your PlayStation or an additional DVD player that will go up to that screen up here. But we'll talk about that once we get inside. Right here, you got your DEF tank. It's a 6-gallon DEF tank. And up here, you got your battery conditioner. Typically, you see this area is like a black insert. But again, they labeled it so you know it's not your engine block heater, because typically this is your engine block heater design. But it is labeled battery conditioner. So if you want to plug in your batteries on cold days like this, that's what you use. With this truck, you have a 187 wheelbase. In the storage compartment, you have an air line or air chuck line where you could put your air hose in here and put air in your tires. This truck only comes with one compressor. Because of the hydraulic brakes, you only get one compressor with this one. Dual tires in the back. And those are Michelin tires. Those are 255 80R 22.5s. And of course, you have that smaller storage in here. And this one actually does come with a air hose for that line in here. All those storage boxes are lockable. This one does come with a 215/16 6,000-pound ball for the bumper pull hitch. You have your 7-pin hookup for your trailer. You got your Voyager camera system input here. So if in case you do have a trailer you want to add cameras to, you could just send that line in here. Inside the vehicle doesn't have the Voyager camera system screen. This is integrated into the stereo system. So once we go inside, I'll show you what that reverse camera looks like on that vehicle. And this line just adapts to the stereo. So I'm sure if you want to add a Voyager camera system, there are ways to do that if you want a separate screen to do that. So that's an option. But you got some marker lights in the back here, 2 on top. You got those center lights that are not on right now. Those will turn on when you put it in reverse. And you do have a cargo light switch in there if you want to turn on that cargo light. You know what? Let me turn that on while we're waiting so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Once you turn on that cargo light switch, those 4 lights will turn on. And hopefully it did. Yeah, so once you put that vehicle in reverse, or you turn on that cargo light switch, those lights will come on. And as we come around here, this one does come with a spare tire, same exact size, 255 80R 22.5s, mounted to the back end. Also, this does come with a gooseneck ball in that trough area or that drop area. People ask the question, can we put a Hensley trailer saver hitch on here? Yes, we can. There is enough space in here to put a trailer saver hitch on here. So if in case you decide to go that route, call us, we'll give you pricing. It will include installation and parts. We do have those hitches in stock, so it won't take us a long time to get that install. So let us know if you are interested in doing that or leaving it the way it is. So your backup camera is above that spare tire in the middle of that headache rack, and that will give you that view of the back. And of course the same storage in here. This one is a little deeper because on the opposite side you have that def tank area that will take up some of that room in the storage box, but in this particular one you have a deeper storage unit. But the back one is the same size as the opposite side. We do have dual horns on the top. We do have a pre-wired CB radio antenna. Not all Freightliners come with it. It has to be ordered that way. So with this particular one, if you see the antenna on the mirrors going all the way up, those are pre-wired for CB radio. If it doesn't have that and it just has that little silver antenna on the roof, this is just for radio frequency. So that's something you'll have to add the full system to that truck. Okay, the back, the opposite side of fuel is 50 gallons. So you have 150 gallons in total of diesel. And believe it or not, if you purchase from us, you get 100 gallons of fuel before you leave our location. So 150 gallons, guys. Let's look at the passenger seat. Right in the middle here, you have the adjustable, to adjust the seats forward and backwards, and then you lock it in so it doesn't move. And once you do that, you'll be able to move forward and backwards. But you got to put some weight on it, and then you lock it in. Let's jump inside and go over some of the interior features, guys. I'm just ensuring that those straps are tied down because I don't want to be driving this unit and the hood open up on me. So, as of today on this video, December 14th, 2023, we got 52,969 miles on this unit. I'm going to start this up. Right now I'm going to allow it to cycle through. Once all the needles has stopped, we're going to start it up. So the gauges you see right here, if we take a closer look, you got your oil, your water, and your transmission. You have your RPMs. Right now you're seeing the mileage on the vehicle. Below that is the voltage on your batteries. Your fuel, right now we have a half tank, but like I told you, I guarantee you we'll give you a full tank. Your depth gauges is 4 green lights, and as it goes down, right here is a little important notes so you can know different stuff to look for. So if you see the DPF region needed and this sign shows up, or hot exhaust, this sign will show up, so you know exactly what to look for. And you know, whenever you have the hot exhaust, you don't want to be parked on grass or anything like that because it could cause a fire. So keep it away, put it on a blacktop. And then of course, with the DEF fluid refill, now I would tell my customers never allow it to turn red or orange, whatever color it will pop up. Normally when you come down to 2 green lights and you go fill up your diesel, just stop up, or you know, at least have a couple bottles of DEF on your trip in your storage compartments. So once you see that DEF going down to at least 1, you fill up, or you put enough so you could get to a gas station. But never allow it to go to that red. And that's just my thought behind it, or my recommendation. Over on the left hand side of this particular unit, we have your cruise control. Typically you will find cruise controls up here. depending on the type of vehicle. Above here is to turn on the cruise control. Then you have your set and accelerate. Now if I want to run this RPMs a little bit higher while I'm warming up, I could do that. Then you cancel and you could turn off. The plus and minus here with the increase and decrease, this is the lighting on your dash. So once you have your lights on, you can see how this is dim now. Now I'm gonna increase the lighting. You'll see how bright those lights turn up. And above that is your lights, your parking lights or your headlights. And then of course your brights will be on the same stick with your window washer wiper fluid. So this will allow you to have your brights on and turn it off. So everything is on one. Your Allison 6-speed automatic transmission. Again, there's a nice little trick here. If you press both buttons together, on the newer ones, you'll see a plus and a minus. And it will show you the different options here with your different modes. Reverse, neutral, and drive. Once you're in park, you want to put it in neutral with your parking brake engaged. Once you're ready to drive, you foot on the brake, you put it in drive, and you release your parking brake. Your marker light, intermittent marker lights. All 4 windows. You have your 2 front, and you got your 2 back. And as of this video, they all work. People might ask about this AV 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all to do with your cameras. So if you have 4 cameras set up on this unit, you could toggle through the different camera views. So right now you can see on AV1, your backup camera is engaged. I have this on to show you a trick. If this vehicle is not in reverse, but you want to see the back of your vehicle, that's typically what your Voyager screen will do, staying on 24/7. While you're listening to your music, you still want to see what's going on in the back. There's a little switch here, say BU camera, which is backup camera. That switch, once you turn it off, you'll get your normal radio. If you turn that on with the AV, whatever section is on for this particular unit is on AV1, your backup camera will show up. While you're driving, it will stay on throughout your drive until you turn that switch off. But once you put that vehicle in reverse, automatically your backup camera will come on. Turn it back to neutral because this is off, it will go back to your regular radio. It does have an engine brake. It does have a high and a low setting. Center will turn it off. As you see, there's no light on the top. This is your manual regen button. Up here is your power locks. Today I'm going to lock Jody in. Just kidding. He always gets locked in the back. I don't know why, but you got your heated mirrors. This here, you do have, this did have a line in for a airbag hitch, so like a Hensley hitch. So this was the gauge to add air and to decrease air in those airbags in the back. The fact that the customer switched it out and put a gooseneck ball, this is not operational right now. So if in case you do decide to put a Hensley trailer saver hitch on this unit, we don't use the system anymore. We do a system that's an auto leveling valve, the same as you have on your air suspension on your back end of this unit. We're going to use that same system. So once you put your trailer on here, on the hitch, it will automatically add air to those airbags. So this will not be in use anymore. So this right here, because it's not in use, it doesn't make sense to take it out. It will just cause a big hole or create a big hole in there. So right now, this is just for fun. You could just have fun with the air. Over here, you got your rear air dump switch. Again, with all Freightliners, you have that system. Once you turn that on, it will drop the back end of that unit with that light on. On other units, you will hear a beeping sound, constant beeping sound. So that will warn you that your rear is lowered. So once you see that light on, again, you know that rear is lowered. So you want to turn that off before you take off, because you don't want to ride low with no air in those airbags and you have a trailer on board. This one does come with a Cobra CB radio. a ready install. And of course you got two 110 plugins. This one does come with your front air and heat, storage in here with your aux input and your USB plug-in. Again, this does have Apple and Android capability, so you have those wires here for input. You got cup holders, you got a nice storage box, and this one comes with all different manuals and service records, and look at this, fuses. So I like how they did that in the folder form, so you could always do that with all the manuals you get for your vehicles and make it nice and neat. Again, this seat is air ride. I didn't mention that center pedal for your adjustment for your steering wheel. Again, you could pull it forward, you could drop it down, and you could adjust it as needed. All right, let's talk about the top here. You got your normal lights, you got your red lights for night, and then you got storage in here. You got all three storage compartments with a little lip here, so whatever you put in here will not drop on you while you're driving. You do have your light here, and this will turn on those lights overhead. And then you got your regular lights here, and up here you have your DVD player. So your power is here, and then we'll just show everything that you need. And you can turn that off. I don't think the customers use that a lot since they've had it. The previous customer, I don't think they use it at all, but I think the first customer must have. But again, with this, you're gonna power up, and let's see here, you could actually tint, you could actually open, and then put in your DVD, your CD in here, and then once you're done, you put that back in here, and then of course you can play whatever movies you want on that screen. But I did talk about this input down here, so if in case you do not want to use your radio and you want to do an aftermarket DVD player, you could actually plug in here into your AV input. Then there's a little level here that will switch the screen to whatever input you have in here. You could plug in that and watch your movies directly here, and it will not interfere with your Pioneer radio and what you're playing out here. So you could separate the two if you want, or you could just make it one if you want. So that's really good to know. This one does come with a nice mirror here, review mirror. But again, you could use that switch here to allow you to see back here. You got some awesome mirrors on each side, nice big mirrors. So again, you don't need to use that if you don't want to. But I've seen some come with this, some don't have it. Some people add it after the fact, but this one does give you your directions, and of course the temperature outside right now is 37 degrees. So again, we only have a few weeks to be able to finance this. If not, it will be cash deals or outside financing if you bring your own. But again, this unit is on the market and it's ready to go. So if you guys are interested in this 2011 Freightliner M2 106 Sport Chassis, give us a call today. There is a link underneath this video that will take you directly to this particular unit, show you more pictures and more information about this unit. And my number is at the bottom of the screen as well. Feel free to reach out, text, call, email. We do take in trade-ins. Like I said, we have 2 more weeks to be able to finance this unit. And of course, we do offer delivery as well. So feel free to do that. I know it's coming to Christmas, so this will be an awesome Christmas gift. Maybe for me, or maybe for your family, or your husband, or wife. Whatever the case may be, give us a call today, guys, and we'll definitely put you in the right vehicle. In the meantime, have yourself a wonderful rest of the week, and enjoy your Christmas. Thank you very much. Have a good day.